Today, I'm going to talk with you the difference between reflexology and acupressure. They both have similar origins, but have very different functions. So, let's talk about what the difference is between these two types of modalities. We're going to take a step back and we're going to look at traditional Chinese medicine. It's thousands of years old, and this medicine has this idea that we're trying to find the balance between health and disease. Balance can be restored through the treatment of this that's specific to the individual. We can promote the stimulation of flow or qi energy through the body to improve circulation, relieve stress, and support the body's ability to heal. So, when we think about traditional Chinese medicine, there's internal and external medicine. The internal medicine is about what we put inside of our body to heal our bodies. We can do that with Chinese herbs, which are nuts, twigs, leaves, mushrooms, barks, berries, and even insects. There's herbs you can find in the kitchen to help heal your body, spices such as turmeric, cinnamon, and pepper. There's food as medicine, right? You feel different if you eat a salad versus a pizza. So we can use food to heal our bodies as well. External medicine also applies to what we do to the body externally. So, oftentimes, most people are familiar with acupuncture, where we use needles that are applied to points along the pathways called meridians to influence how qi flows in the body. We can also use cupping to create circulation in the body, as well as massage. This will help circulate the blood, the lymph, and the fluids to relax the body, reduce stress, and calm the mind. So, today we're going to be talking about the massage portion, which is the acupressure and reflexology. We can use our own body, our hands and our fingers, and apply it to different parts specific to the body to create healing. I'm going to take you through that. So, what is acupressure? It's a simple ancient healing of self care. It's a specialized massage which influences the flow of qi by using pressure to stimulate the acupoints that are found along the meridians or the energetic pathways. As you can see from this picture, you've probably seen different images of the meridians. I like to think of the meridians as a river. And along that river, you'll often see trees, plants, bushes, animals getting nourished by that flow of water. So, what happens if a storm comes and trees fall down and block the flow of the river, right? It can start to pool and it can dry up everything downriver. So, what we do with the acupuncture points is we can clear that debris and get that river flowing once again. But the meridians are inside the body, they're under our skin and under the layers of fascia and found not always at the surface. But what do we do for underground rivers in nature? We build a well. We have an access point where you can take a bucket and you can put it down and you can access that underground river to get water or to move it in some way. So that's how I think of the acupuncture points, is that they're access points to that underground river. And so we can do that not with needles, but with our fingers and do acupressure. So, how does it work? It's this non invasive form of massage that uses these concepts of traditional Chinese medicines, and we can influence the organs and the different systems of the body. And instead of needles, we use our fingers and our thumbs to stimulate these acupoints. And by using different pressure points, different techniques, you can influence things like chronic pain or discomfort. And when each of these areas are massaged, the chi flow improves through that body with the corresponding areas in which require the healing. So let's practice a little bit. Take out your body parts, and here we go. The first one is called stomach 36. It is found on the outside of the leg, below the knee. If you put your hand on your knee, it's about 4 finger widths down, and it's on the outside just below that bone. There's usually a meaty part right there. Sometimes it's tender on people. This is called stomach 36. It's also translated to be called the 3 mile point. So there's stories that the Chinese armies would stop every 3 miles and they would have the soldiers massage these points on their own legs so they could have the energy to keep going and marching across China. Next is large intestine 4. It is found between the thumb and the forefinger, right in this meaty little part right here. You can use your thumb to massage it. You can use your finger. It's great for headaches. It's good for clearing the sinuses, neck pain, shoulder pain. This point is amazing. So it's an easy access point right on your hand. Next is lung 5. So if you go on the inside of your elbow, you're going to feel that little tendon. It's not below the tendon, it's above the tendon, kind of in that nook. So if you massage this point, it's going to drain your sinuses. It can clear out that cough. So this is a great point to be able to massage on yourself. If you have that lingering head cold that just won't go away and some of those symptoms are still disrupting your life, it's a great acupressure point to massage. Next is spleen 6. If you go to the inside of your ankle, find that ankle bone. It's 3 finger widths up. So put your 3 fingers right at that bone. 3 up from that, you're going to find probably a little divot. It's usually tender on most people. And this is a great point to help with digestion. If you are female, it's a great point for the uterus. If you're feeling menstrual cramps, PMS symptoms, it's wonderful for helping relieve and transform some of those discomfort sensations. Now let's talk about reflexology. It's very simple and a different concept about how to move energy through the body. So reflexology is also known as zone therapy. It uses the application of pressure to specific points on the feet and hands. And it's typically done using the thumb, fingers, or different hand techniques. Perhaps you've gone to different places that have offered reflexology, or if you've been in Asia, a lot of times they offer that as well. And they use sometimes little tools to help massage some of those points. So as we can see here, there is a map of the organs located on the feet. We can impact these organs through the feet, which is a pretty amazing discovery. So if you're ever feeling off, just start massaging your feet. Go to Google and look up these different maps and use these massage techniques to help relieve the organs that might be out of balance based on some of these images. Now, they're all not going to be the same and they may look different depending on what website you go to, but the general idea is that we can create change in our body simply through massaging our feet. So, how does reflexology work? It's a type of massage that's used in conjunction with acupuncture, and it involves varying pressures on the feet and the hands, but also the face and the ears. So, we use reflexology zones. These are specific body parts connected to corresponding organs and systems of the body. And when each area is massaged, the chi flows through the body to those areas that require the healing. Here's another chart of reflexology of the feet. You can see it's specific in a different way. So go ahead and find one that resonates and find the spots that you could use for your body right now and start massaging them and see if that changes. If you're watching this online, try massaging that neck point because we're all sitting on our devices and this is the most common area that I treat is a lot of neck and shoulder pain. So find that neck point right on the bottom of the big toe and see if that helps. There's also reflexology on the hands. Guess what? Our hands are always available. So find the points on here, look at this map, find it online, and start massaging those areas on your hands and see if you can create a change. A really common thing is tinnitus and ear issues. Try massaging these ear points right at the base of the ring finger and the pinky and see if that clears your ears. See if that decreases the tinnitus even by a little bit, simply by pressing on the areas for reflexology. And let me know in the comments what happens. We also have reflexology of the face. A lot of people like to go and do different things to their face, whether it's cosmetic, there's cosmetic acupuncture, and different techniques. You've probably seen gua sha, maybe different tools that you can use. And some of them overlap with these reflexology points on the face. And you can heal the body through massaging these points. We also have reflexology of the ear. Auricular acupressure is amazing. We can do acupuncture, but we can also do reflexology. The entire body is represented in the ear. I love using these points, especially with my patients in the clinic, because we can address so many things from the ear. Think about it. It's so close to the brain. So there's all kinds of nerves that show up here that we can impact function of the body just by the ear. So let's practice some of these reflexology points. So first we're going to start with the ear. I love this point, Shen Men. When I treat patients in the clinic, I think of this point as when your computer gets glitchy. Sometimes it's not working. Sometimes websites don't open. You got to shut it down and open it back up, right? This is the restart button, if you will. So you can just massage this point on your ear throughout the day while you're sitting at your computer and see what happens. See if that helps reset your brain. Speaking of brain, we have a point on our hand on the tip of the middle finger. You can just massage that point. If you're feeling stuck, you need to think, you need to clarify your brain, massage that point with pressure from your other hand. Next, on the pinky side of your hand, right at the bottom, you can do this to open your hips. We're sitting all day long. Sometimes our hips ache. Massage this point if you're feeling that deep ache in your hips and see if that releases something going on with your hips. And then we can do the face as well, right? If you have heart issues, you can go right above the eyebrow and start massaging this point. If you have gallbladder stuff, problems digesting things, go on to the side of the eye and just massage that in some gentle circles. Or you can do the stomach right under the eyes. You feel like you're bloating, kind of gassy. This can clear out some of that congestion using these points. So let's review. The difference between acupressure and reflexology is acupressure is pressure on the acupoints along the meridian channels, and reflexology is zones on the feet, the hands, the face, or the ears. So thank you for joining me today. My name is Dr. Jazz. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. I have been a body worker and in the health and wellness industry since 2005. I teach classes and I also have a clinic in San Diego, California. I offer a variety of services and I hope you'll subscribe and follow me on this channel. If you're interested and you happen to be in California, San Diego, I offer needle-free acupuncture sessions. So what that is I do acupressure to your entire body and help you relieve the stress without the needles. If you have more questions, send me a message in the link below. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.